What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Dr. Wu Leap and Pulse Gun, or their version of a micro-scale Cliffjumper and Shockwave. These were sent to me by Dr. Diecast, who sent me actually a couple different Dr. Wus, so we'll be looking at a few more. And I think this is the first time they've done the Cliffjumper and Shockwave, so let's take a look at these. Got some nice metallic blue for the windows all the way around. Lighter silver for the headlights. Yellow and red details for the turn signals. A little bit of silver there. I'm surprised at the detail on that. That's a lot. And on the back you got yellow for the taillights. It does have wheels, rolls nicely. It does come with a bazooka. I don't see any way to attach this here. I guess you could, rest it on top of the car or something, but it doesn't actually attach. So there you go for that. And then we get Pulse Gun, or their Shockwave. He's got yellow for the eye, pink for the chest and the hands and the gun. A little bit of silver here on the side of the legs. Pretty decent looking. It does come with this rubber hose. You actually get two. You get a replacement one, maybe just in case it breaks or something, but that seems to work pretty nice. Overall, good looking version of Shockwave. For articulation, the head's on a ball joint. The neck itself also rotates due to the transformation. So it goes all the way back to there and down to there. Rotates around. Shoulders rotate on a ball joint, out to the side on a ball joint, and on a hinge, so you can get it all the way up to there. We get a rotation of the bicep on a ball joint, or on the elbow at a ball joint. 90-degree bend at the elbow. On the waist, no waist rotation, no ab crunch, nothing like that. It's Dr. Wu tends not to do that. Legs do kick forward, but they're a little bit hindered by the sculpt. Back to there. Out to the side, all on a ball joint. Rotation at the ball joint, but then also rotation at the mid-thigh at a cut joint. You have less than 90-degree bend at the knee. That's pretty limited. And then you have ankle tilts on the feet. And for some size comparisons, there it is next to the Dr. Wu Ultra Magnus cab, which is their Optimus Prime. And the Magnificus, their repaint of Perceptor. About the same size as Perceptor here with Shockwave. And the vehicle mode definitely seems big. And now that I'm looking at it next to Optimus, it does seem like this vehicle mode is bigger than it should be. It's actually almost the same size as the New Age, which is kind of funny. But there you go for comparison. All right, let's get these guys transformed into all their modes. And we'll start with the Leap here. So we're going to fold back on these wheels and just tuck them together. And lift up on this section here, fold this out, and then fold up on the ankles. Separate the feet, they're just tabbed in right here. You're going to fold down on this panel, fold down on that panel. Same on this side. That'll make his feet. Straighten up the waist joint. Come to here, we'll fold out on the arms. Fold those down and straighten those up. The backpack will fit over the head, so rotate this. You'll see the head is folded down. Rotate this down and then bring the head forward. On the back here, we're going to tuck this up and underneath. So flip this up. It'll just sit like that on the backpack. He does have a bit of a backpack. Not a bit, a pretty big backpack. But yeah, there you go. There is Leap in robot mode. And it's okay. The feet are a little weird just due to the wheels being down there. But it does looks pretty decent. Here it is next to Pulse Gun. So robot mode wise, he is a smaller bot that makes sense with the rest of the Dr. Wu figures. But let's get this guy transformed now. Go ahead and unpeg the backpack, straighten that up, bring that up to here. Open up this panel right here. Come down to the chest, you can open that up. That'll allow you to flip the head in. Close that chest back up. Bring these arms up. We're going to rotate it until we get the slot upwards, so that's what this is going to tab into. All right, same with this one. Bring this up and then rotate it until you get the slot on the top, and also you want this hose facing outwards. All right, so straighten those up, bring this down. These two pegs will tab into the arms, and then this one in the center will tab into the center. So line all that up. Should close up nicely. Then we'll come to the back here. Open up the legs. We can unpeg it from each other. We'll rotate the leg at the thigh. So this ends up down here. We'll slide in at the thigh. And it looks like this. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Open up the leg. Rotate it at the thigh. Slide down at the thigh. And bring this together. We're going to fold down this gray panel on the top. That will peg into the side of these legs. And then down here you're going to peg the handles in. And this will sit just inside here. It doesn't actually tab in, it just sort of sits inside there. Alright, and there's Pulse Gun transformed. And he's a pretty big gun compared to the rest of Doctor Who. I mean, it's always been, the gun mode's always been like human size in your handle, but it does have nice silver here for the handle. Hose looks good. A little pink on the front. Yeah. We can bring in the bazooka for Leap here. This will just peg onto the arm. And there's a tab, so make sure that tab goes into the slot on the arm. Just line it up and get that tabbed in. And then now you can have this, which is pretty cool. And again, for size comparison, there it is next to the Doctor Wu Magnificus and Ultra Magnus. Very big alt mode here for Pulse Gun. But again, the robot mode for Leap, I think, is good. Good size. Makes sense with the Doctor Wu scale. So final recommendations on the Doctor Wu Leap and Pulse Gun. I think these are decent. I'll give them 4 to 5. They look good in both modes, and they do have a little bit of paint on them. They're fun little figures to transform. I didn't even check the instructions out. I just started messing with them. So they're fun, intuitive. I think my only complaint would be the feet on Leap. They should have had an ankle tilt on it. Because you've got the wheel in there, it does kind of throw off his balance a little bit, so trying to balance him sometimes can be a problem. But I do like that they put ankle tilt on the Shockwave and Pulse Gun because it just stands better. So minor complaint. Overall, I think if you're collecting these, you know what you're in for, and these guys work well. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Dr. Diecast for sending these for review, and we'll see you next time.